The Duchess is back on duty. Kate is seen for the first time since leaving hospital with Prince Louis as she and William arrive in Windsor for Harry and Meghan's wedding rehearsal. The Duchess of Cambridge has been pictured for the first time since the birth of Prince Louis 3 weeks ago. Kate, 36, was seen arriving in Windsor on Thursday alongside Prince William for the dress rehearsal of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding on Saturday. The mother of three was last seen on the steps of the Lindo wing on April 23 when she introduced her youngest son to the world. Despite caring for three young children, Kate showed none of the strains of motherhood, looking fresh-faced from the front of her husband's Land Rover. And while the couple's children couldn't be seen on the journey to rehearsal, Prince George was spotted on the family's journey home to Kensington Palace. The 4-year-old prince peeked out of the car window as his father William drove from Windsor Castle. The youngster has likely spent the afternoon practicing his role as pageboy to Meghan on Saturday. However, his sister Princess Charlotte, who will act as flower girl on the big day, was nowhere to be seen. It remains unclear as to whether 3-week-old Prince Louis will be in attendance, although sources say he will not attend. Instead, the youngest child of Kate and William is expected to be cared for by his nanny Maria Barallo or Kate's parents during the ceremony. Kate looked her typically stylish self on her journey in, with famous brunette locks were styled to perfection, and she wore a pair of chic sunglasses as she sat in the passenger seat while the Duke of Cambridge, 36, was at the wheel. She opted for a casual crepe dress £215 by Michael Kors featuring a ditzy floral print in pink, white and purple flowers, while William adopted his classic blazer and shirt combo. The royal couple made the short 30-minute car journey from their home at Kensington Palace to Windsor Castle on Thursday. The Duchess of Cambridge is still on her official maternity leave, which began at the end of March. Aside from Saturday's wedding, she may appear at some family occasions during the summer but is not expected to return to official duties until the autumn, according to aides, and even then her primary focus will be her children. They followed behind Harry and Meghan, who rode in the back of a car just meters ahead. The couple's Range Rover was escorted by police as they sped past crowds of well-wishers and up the famous long walk to have tea with the Queen and oversee the last preparations for their wedding day. The bride-to-be flashed her bespoke engagement ring and looked chic in a £285 pussy bow blouse by Tux Bodywear. The former actress smiled as she arrived at Windsor Castle, but her royal fiancé looked far more serious as it emerged she is still said to be tearful about the chaos Thomas Markle has caused. After days of silence, Meghan was forced to make an extraordinary and moving statement confirming he will no longer walk her down the aisle at St. George's Chapel, Windsor, on Saturday. She said, "Sadly, my father will not be attending our wedding. I have always cared for my father and hope he can be given the space he needs to focus on his health." The former Suits star, 36, added, "I would like to thank everyone who has offered generous messages of support. Please know how much Harry and I look forward to sharing our special day with you on Saturday." Meghan's mother Doria, who is set to give her daughter away in her father's absence, is also believed to be traveling separately to the castle to meet the Queen for the first time hours after she is believed to have been introduced to Prince Charles, Camilla, Kate, and William. Despite there still being 2 days until the big day, there were hundreds of well-wishers lining the streets of Windsor to welcome the royals upon their arrival. Some 250 members of the armed forces are expected to take part in Saturday's festivities, and Thursday's dry run gave organizers a chance to put some finishing touches to the event. Roads around Windsor were closed as well-wishers basked beneath blue skies and beaming sunshine, weather that is expected to stay around for the weekend. Press from around the world, tourists, locals and royal superfans watched from behind barriers as members of the military paraded around Windsor and up the Long Walk. There was a heavy police presence with armed officers stationed around town and other officers on top of buildings looking over the crowds. The procession included a horse-drawn carriage, setting the scene for what the world will see on Saturday when the newly married Harry and Meghan Markle will be seen by the public after the ceremony. The royals are expected to conduct a private run-through of proceedings at St. George's Chapel, where Meghan and Harry will marry, later today.